It's time for What's Burnin' with Kevin KB Burns, presented by Bill Lacasse and SRG Financial Advisors. But first, please join us as we honor our great nation with the playing of our national anthem. And now your host, Kevin KB Burns.
Hey, welcome into What's Burning right here on Lake TV on what has proved to be a great weekend weather-wise. And how do I know that? Well, I think the allergies are affecting me just a little bit, and I apologize for sounding all topped up like I do. But we're going to have some fun regardless of the weather, and some great weather on the way, which gets everybody in the mood. How about taking some time to check out what's going on in Ozarks Amphitheater with Mary Kay Von Brendel and Tom Abbott. Bill Lacasse, our title sponsor, joins us from SRG Financial Advisors. We're going to take a trip back in the Wayback Machine to KB's Classics. We're going to spend some time with Chris and the crew at the butcher shop, and we'll wrap it all up with an opportunity to get out and see another beautiful, beautiful animal that needs a home at Ozarks Cat and Canine. I want to thank all of our great sponsors, SRG Financial Advisors, Budget Blinds, Ozark Barge and Dock, and our veterinary at the lake. I hope you're ready. Strap yourselves in. It's another exciting episode of What's Burning coming up right here on Lake TV.
At SRG Financial, we reduce the uncertainty on your journey to financial independence. Our foundational approach revolves around two things: what matters most to our clients and the things that we can control. The things that matter most often revolve around family, occupation, and recreation. The things we can control are a panoramic approach to financial planning, a strategy that stays fluid and dynamic like your life, and a proprietary process, the mile marker formula. If you want to reduce the uncertainty on your journey, contact us today.
You want a dock that will withstand the wake from a million boats? Want a dock that's different from the usual dock? Then you want Ozark Barge and Dock in Gravois Mills. Ozark Barge and Dock, now celebrating 33 years of building the best dock on Lake of the Ozarks. And we guarantee every dock we build. So when it comes time to build your custom dock, trust the best and go with Ozark Barge and Dock, building the best dock at the lake for the last 33 years.
Looking for blinds, shades, shutters, drapes, or bedroom makeovers? On a budget? You need Budget Blinds in Laurie. Bring your ideas to us, or let our design consultants help you create the perfect look for your home. Because Budget Blinds is nationwide, our collective buying power enables us to search many major brands to bring you the blinds, shades, shutters, and drapes you want for less. Budget Blinds. Call us for a free consultation. Budget Blinds, the best in custom blinds and window coverings.
There's a new radio station at the lake, a radio station that's geared towards the community, a radio station where you can have a hand in what we do. Welcome to Key Radio, a community-based radio station that invites you to be a part of the solution. We encourage you to become a content creator. That's right, you provide the content. Listen in at 89.3 or online at keyradio.live. To find out more about becoming a content creator, call 573-280-0532.
What is COMC? A health center where everyone has access to high-quality, affordable medical, dental, and behavioral health care, regardless of insurance or ability to pay. Offering primary care, preventative, chronic, pediatrics, and OBGYN. COMC even offers comprehensive dental and same-day emergency care. A health center that focuses on every aspect of your health. Everything your family needs to stay healthy. At COMC, your health is our mission.
Hey, welcome back to What's Burning right here on Lake TV. And as always, we like to give you a little sound financial advice once in a while. Tell you about some things maybe you need to keep in mind. You got all your tax information taken care of. You got that all knocked out for last year. Well, he's back again. Our good friend and title sponsor, Mr. Bill Cass with SRG Financial Advisors. How you doing?
I'm spectacular. I truly am.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. And Bill has got some interesting information, as is normally the case. I guess the good folks with the IRS and other folks that are paid to catch and check and eliminate loopholes, well, they're at it again.
They're at it again. Well, you know, the one thing you can always count on is taxes are constantly changing. There's something happening in the tax world always. There's a lot of different ways that taxes change. You'd think that it would be cut and dry, but no. There is, of course, the legislative process where the government goes in and declares a new rule,
Right.
Gets voted on by both sides of Congress, and they put it into law. It becomes a law, and then it starts coming out. But then as that law comes out, then suddenly it starts getting interpreted by different people different ways. And then there are what are called private letter rulings, where whenever you have you dispute, you say, okay, I know the tax law, but we think we missed that or are on the other side of this, and here's our reason why, and you state it in the form of a letter. And the IRS will do what's called a private letter ruling, where they make a decision based on the information at hand, the law that they have, and all the things that go along with that. So, you know, we're constantly looking at a moving target because every day there's a different private letter ruling on something. So now I'm going to take us all the way back. If you remember back in 2019, you and I talked about the Secure Act when it first came up. That stands for Setting Every Community Up for Retirement Enhancement. Great program, a lot of great things that were enhanced and made better with the Secure Act. But you've got to remember that our tax code is not something that gets rewritten from front to back. It gets something added to it. And so whenever you add some sort of a law to existing laws, that's where the interpretation starts becoming a huge big issue. Now, the original Secure Act, if we go back to, that became into law December 20th of 2019. The idea behind it was to make it easier for small businesses to be able to offer a retirement plan to their employees. Also, it helped, it did a lot of different things, but like the super highlights were looking at the idea of part-time workers, being able to make them available and let this 401k or something be available for them in the workplace where you didn't have to work so many hours in order to be eligible. One of the big things that it did, and this is one of the things that's being modified, is the required minimum distributions for people who were turning 70 and a half. They changed that from 70 and a half to age 72.
Wow.
Right.
But we've talked about that quite a bit.
Yeah, we have. Yeah. And you know, that's been a big thing for a lot of people. Also there is the Secure Act mandates that most non-spouses inherited IRAs, they have to take distributions out of those, and they have to have all the money out of those accounts within 10 years. Used to be something that was called a stretch IRA. That is still available, but it's limited to the number of people can use it. And that was a lot of the new clarification of this new law, was exactly how does that work? Because the idea behind a stretch IRA was, how can we take the money that we have behind that tax wall and maybe pass that tax benefit on to a child or a grandchild or something and let that tax deferral last even longer? Well, one way to pay for the Secure Act was to say, well, we're not going to let that stretch out and stretch those benefits. It's got to be paid out in 10 years. But then, as always, there were private letter rulings and a lot of different things. That was the legislation, but the interpretation has been a little bit different, and there have been a number of private letter rulings in regards to all of this. So here we are, February 23rd, 2022 is when the IRS released a long-awaited proposed Secure Act regulation form. Now, this form was 275 pages long.
Ouch.
Right. So, you know, there's always lots of goodies inside whenever you look at something like that. Some of the big highlights were what are called eligible designated beneficiaries. And this has to do with those stretch IRAs that I was talking about. It, in some cases, broadens the definition, and in some cases, it shortens the definition. The idea of trying to pass on the tax savings to the next generation is a wonderful concept. And everybody needs to explore that to find out, are you one of these, are your beneficiaries going to be what it's going to be determined as a designated beneficiary?
Right.
So you can still take advantage of that. But you have to take a look at that. One of the other areas that have really been affected have been in trusts. It's always been tough to have a IRA inside of a trust because of the tax burden. There's a number of different things, but they have beneficiaries that are named inside of a trust. If your IRA goes into that trust, you might want to review some of that and take a look and see just how that affects you, because this new law is definitely going to be a huge problem for that. Required minimum distributions and the 10-year rule. Like I said, they have made some determinations of that, have kind of broadened the definitions in some ways, shortened them in others. Once again, you need to find out what happens when someone in your life passes away. Where do you fall in line as beneficiary? Do you have to take that money out in 10 years, or do you have to take, or can you leave it and let it stretch? One of the big things that has really changed in the 10-year rule has been the idea that some beneficiaries, when we start looking at required minimum distributions, if those required minimum distributions had not started for the person who is passed away and is passing on that IRA, if they have not started taking RMDs, then that person might be able to leave that money for the entire 10 years and let it stay tax deferred for 10 years and take it out all at once. Where if the person had started taking required minimum distributions, the person it inherits must take out every year. So it's gotten a little bit more complicated and a little bit tougher. You know, any time that we see rules like this or changes like this, I tell everybody, if you have a financial plan, when something like this happens, you need to review, how does your current financial plan work with this? If you don't have a financial plan, now's the time where you should sit down and say, all right, rather than waiting to just see what happens, how about we get a handle on this and make sure that we understand what's going to happen, and then if we have any control over the ability to be able to kind of guide what happens, let's see if we can make those types of things happen. So basically what all of these, and these are just kind of some of the highlights that have happened here. There's a whole lot in those 270 some odd pages. You need to understand just exactly how this affects you. And it mostly affects people in older ages, because this has to do with retirement. And of course, anytime that you have something to do with retirement, we're kind of focusing on a group of people.
Oh yeah. You know, this is like an ever-changing scenario.
Yeah.
Most people think, there's just a form that I fill out, and that's all there is to it. Send it in, keep my fingers crossed, I might get a little money back. I might get a lot of money back. I might not get any money back. I might end up owing. And however the case seems to work out, you guys have always got to stay on top of it. So probably a good idea to make a few phone calls and set up an appointment.
You need to sit down and take a look. Like I said, kind of look at your personal situation. And, our old running joke is always the idea of a lot of people have someone who helps them with their finances. A lot of people have somebody that takes care of their tax needs. How often do those two people speak together on your behalf?
Right.
And that's where the disconnect really kind of comes. So, when we talk about taxes at SRG Financial, we're not just looking in the rearview mirror as to what happened last year so you can get your tax return filled out. But let's take a look forward and see, is there something that we can change or something that we do? If we know there's something inevitably going to happen, like passing away and sending money on to the next generation, let's make sure that we do that with the least amount of expense to the next generation.
You can't make the rules, but you can certainly help people navigate their way through them.
Yes.
And that's the most important part, obviously, because nobody likes a surprise, especially when they've sat down and took the time to plan out where they want their money to go, who they want it to go to, and how do we do that in the most convenient, less painful way available out there. So, as always, I guess the smart money is on making the phone call to 573-302-7212. Or, of course, your website.
Yeah, www.srgfinancialadvisors.com.
Right.
A lot of information on that. And I'm going to give everybody kind of a little spoiler alert here. Within the next 2 to 4 weeks,
Right.
it's going to be a huge, big revamp on the website.
Right.
So there's going to be a lot of new stuff and a lot of new things available to people on the website.
You and I have been kind of talking, I don't want to say behind closed doors, but not necessarily out in the open where everybody can hear us. And you folks are making some major changes as to how you do things. The mile marker theory, which is
Right.
something you guys have been working with here for a while. Some other changes that are going to be coming to SRG Financial Advisors. And if you are not a client, well, you might want to become a client, because these folks work very, very closely with all of their clients to make sure that everybody understands everything going on. And as is normally the case, you get the most bang for your buck.
The better you understand, the more comfortable you become, the more comfortable you are, the better you're going to enjoy life.
573-302-7212 and srgfinancialadvisors.com. Bill, thanks as always.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Our title sponsor, Bill DeCast from SRG Financial Advisors. I said final advisors. That doesn't sound good.
That didn't sound good.
Financial advisors. We've got more coming up right here on What's Burning. There's plenty, folks. Don't worry. They don't talk to you if you're at the end of your rope. Nothing like that. They want to get you taken care of well ahead of time. Thanks, Bill.
Thank you.
More coming up on What's Burning on Lake TV.
Enjoying What's Burning with KB right here on Lake TV? Have questions, comments, or suggestions? Have an interesting story for KB to tell? Or maybe you want to be interviewed by KB on the show or are interested in sponsoring? All you have to do is reach out to KB at kb@mylaketv.com.
Most people don't know which direction they're heading when it comes to retirement, whether they're still on the journey or already there. At SRG Financial, we have a process, the mile marker formula, that helps you pursue your work optional lifestyle so you can focus on what's most important to you, like your family or checking off those bucket list items. Start taking the first step toward finding your work optional lifestyle. Call us today at 573-302-7212.
You want a dock that will withstand the wake from a million boats? Want a dock that's different from the usual dock? Then you want Ozark Barge and Dock in Gravois Mills. Ozark Barge and Dock, now celebrating 33 years of building the best dock on Lake of the Ozarks. And we guarantee every dock we build. So when it comes time to build your custom dock, trust the best and go with Ozark Barge and Dock, building the best dock at the lake for the last 33 years.
Looking for blinds, shades, shutters, drapes, or bedroom makeovers? On a budget? You need Budget Blinds in Laurie. Bring your ideas to us, or let our design consultants help you create the perfect look for your home. Because Budget Blinds is nationwide, our collective buying power enables us to search many major brands to bring you the blinds, shades, shutters, and drapes you want for less. Budget Blinds. Call us for a free consultation. Budget Blinds, the best in custom blinds and window coverings.
Your furry friends are more than pets, they're family. And at our veterinary, we understand that. With multiple locations, we can service your pets when and where you need it. Our team of professionals offers routine wellness, orthopedic care from broken bones to joint repair, and even emergency services. We are ready to welcome your pet to our family with medical or preventative care. With multiple convenient locations, our veterinary is the team providing exceptional care for your pet when and where you need it.
There's a new radio station at the lake, a radio station that's geared towards the community, a radio station where you can have a hand in what we do. Welcome to Key Radio, a community-based radio station that invites you to be a part of the solution. We encourage you to become a content creator. That's right, you provide the content. Listen in at 89.3 or online at keyradio.live. To find out more about becoming a content creator, call 573-280-0532.
Join Lake TV for a cup of coffee with Will and Chris, the Lake area's only local TV talk show focused on the Lake area. Local stories, local sports, and local events. Have a cup of coffee with Will and Chris weekdays at 8, 1, and 8 on Lake TV.
Hey, we had an opportunity earlier on in the What's Burning process to stop by and see our friends, Chris and Company, at the butcher shop in Camdenton. You know, it's a place I love to go, maybe to grab a couple of twice-baked potatoes or possibly some flat iron steaks, or maybe even some of the bigger, badder things, like I always get my andouille sausage for my gumbo right there at the butcher shop. So we thought we would take a trip back in time, a KB classic, if you will, on What's Burnin' with our friends at the butcher shop on Lake TV. Well, we're inside the butcher shop and getting ready to talk to owner Chris Stevens. And I know Chris has been at this for a long, long time. How many years have you been doing this now?
About 30 years.
About 30 years. Started out where?
At Paul's in Eldon.
Paul's in Eldon. And then you kind of came over here and jumped in with Gordy.
Well, there was actually something there in the middle there. We had Pringer's grocery store,
right,
which was in Eldon at that time.
Right.
But then, then I came here with Gordy.
So what's a normal day like for you here at the butcher shop? I mean, you can see he's got quite a tray of, I guess those are flat irons over there.
Flat iron steaks, yep.
And so what is a normal day like around the butcher shop?
Right here, these are all the orders going out. If it's, to different bars, restaurants, Mexican restaurants,
right
all
on.
the above.
All right.
We do
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 orders across the table. You can't see them, but I can, and it keeps Chris busy.
Not to mention the bell going off, people wanting stuff out front.
Folks walking in and out, and that's kind of the neat thing about this place. You guys have everything that somebody would need for a nice family dinner.
It is.
A big gathering, get-together, holidays, birthdays, whatever. And in addition to folks coming in and buying the items, you actually cater, so you can take care of whatever they want, however they want.
We've catered, as much as 2 people on Valentine's Day dinner.
Right.
Or we did a men's and a women's encounter that we had over 900 people. And so the sky's the limit, as in what you want to do.
It is incredible to watch Chris and the staffer at the butcher shop work. And again, and we might give you a shot before we get out of here, not just the meat, not just the potatoes, not just the vegetables and all the specialty items. You've got the rubs, you've got the sauces, and you've got everything everybody needs. The one-stop shop, no doubt about it.
Well, we got seafood. We have, last year, I don't know if he's seeing that over there in the back corner, but she's making twice-baked potatoes.
Oh.
We sold 32,000 twice-baked potatoes last year. And that's all hand-cut, hand-scooped out, hand-prepared. That's not squeezed out of a bag, buy it frozen. Mm-hmm. That's all baked in that oven over there, potatoes.
And about 50 of those went to my house.
Probably, and everybody else.
Along with the flat irons, which they marinate. They're great. Yep. I highly recommend those flat iron steaks when you come in. You want a nice meal, something easy to grill. Get a couple of twice-baked potatoes, throw them in the oven for a little bit, and you're good to go. Probably about a half hour, 45 minutes once you get the grill up and running, depending on whether or not you use gas or charcoal. But let's talk about some of the other things you got going on. Certainly, we can smell the smoke.
The smoker's going. It's going almost every day. All of our homemade sausage, we probably have 40 different varieties of homemade sausage.
Right.
Everything from a breakfast sausage to a gummy bear bratwurst. Yes, gummy bears were harmed in the making of the bratwurst. We have, all the above. I mean, to summer sausage, to jalapeno cheese summer sausage, to the peppered and crusted jalapeno cheese summer sausage. So we have all kinds of different varieties of sausage.
Lots of sausage, lots of brats, but a lot of specialty meats too. I mean,
we do.
What? It's not uncommon to see what in the cases out there.
Well, we have ground camel, we have ostrich, we have kangaroo.
Yeah.
And then don't forget your typical chicken, beef, and pork. Frog legs. We got it all.
Yeah, and they can cook it up for you, or you can get it and take it home and do it yourself. But one of the neat things, again, about it is the fact that it is a one-stop shop. And maybe, Chris, we can take a moment and walk around a little bit and see what some of the other folks are doing. All right, Chris, we're over here with April, getting ready to show the folks some of the great packaged meats that you have in-house as well. Tell us a little bit about what's going on.
Well, what she's taking care of over here is, again, the flat iron steaks. There's a restaurant, 1932 Reserve. They buy all their flat iron steaks from us. It's on their menu. And so she has to label them, so they know what they have, so the inspector knows what they have. When they open up the cooler, they know what they have. And then she's vacuum sealing them, taking the oxygen out of the package, which preserves it, keeps it from going bad. It allows it to last longer. And then it's just a good package. And so that's what she's doing back here. And then we have, if you look right here, we have one of our sausages, one of the snack sticks that came out of the smokehouse. They're going to be vacuum packing those. And then we got some ribs on the counter over here that we had, and some burnt ends that we cooked up that she's already got packaged up. So yeah, it's just another part of the butcher shop that a lot of people don't see. A lot of people just think that all this meat comes already in a package.
And here we are, folks, the world famous butcher shop smokers. One of, actually two of many that they have. You've got 2 inside, 1 outdoors. We're going to take a look at that in a minute. Who's this gentleman and what's he doing right now?
This is Christopher. This is my son. He's been working here as long as I can remember.
Right.
Standing on a milk crate just to see over the top of the counter, helping us cut deer. He's laying out our homemade spicy turkey jerky.
Right.
And so that's what he's laying out right now. Try to get in there on the picture of it if you can. And
it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing.
Right here on this smoker, we cook everything from our briskets, our jerky, all of our wings, pulled pork, pulled chicken, you name it, it's all cooked pretty much right here. Now the sausage is not cooked here. Like you said, we also have the walk-in smoker right here.
That's a beauty. Look at that beauty
now this,
right there.
This here, it is 8 foot wide, 18 feet long. It holds about 1,200 pounds of meat at one time. Summer sausage, all of our rope sausage, all the sausages are made right in here because they have to hang.
That smoke is a very good thing. I've talked about this plenty of times in the past, Chris, but is there any way you think you could make a cologne for guys with this?
Well, I tell you what, if you work here,
right?
That's cologne enough just there. When I go home, my wife, she goes, "You're in the smokehouse today, weren't you?" Or you were laying stuff out on the grill. It's definitely, built into you, that's for sure.
I tell you what, I could go around with that smoke smell on my body for as long as I could possibly get away with it. You can hear how big that chamber is, bit of an echo as we're talking here, but 8 feet wide, 18 feet long.
Yes.
That's where all the sausage and things like that go. You've got the 2 smokers out here.
Yep, we got
for the meats. All of a sudden, that echo just kind of went away, didn't it? For the meats and the briskets and the wings,
ribs, all that's cooked right there.
And then you've got this bad boy right out here.
Well, if we come on out here to the train, this is kind of an overflow.
Right.
And so what we have up here.
Good Lord.
It's our train. And so come the holidays, if it's Memorial Day, Thanksgiving, Christmas, 4th of July, whatever it may be, if we got to cook extra wings, that thing's loaded with pulled pork, pulled chicken, and briskets almost every day. This one here is just kind of an overflow of whatever we might need. And so that just kind of does the trick.
How many offers do you get to rent this thing out?
We actually do rent it out. For a weekend, I charge somebody $250 to rent it out. If you need me to deliver it.
Here, hold on.
If you need it delivered, I'll deliver it pretty much anywhere for $50.
Right.
Within close distance.
Sure.
It's been down to Fort Leonard Wood on the base. It's been a little bit everywhere. A lot of people, I cooked for my son's wedding. He just got married here a couple of years back, and we had a whole hog and a whole alligator wrapped in bacon on the grill, and so that was kind of fun. You don't get to see a whole alligator every day.
This is obviously very noticeable, and I think whatever direction the wind's blowing, that's where the people come from.
That's it.
They find the smoker, but of course, that's the same thing with the butcher shop here in Camdenton. Listen, man, I want to thank you very much for having us out here today, taking us for a walk around on the inside rather, and out here with this massive smoker.
Sure.
So folks want to order some food, order some specialty items. They want you to cater a particular event. What do they need to do to get a hold of you?
A lot of people don't realize we're doing lunches. If you look around, we got a couple of tables sitting out here, a couple of tables that you can, come in, sit down, you can take it back to your office, whatever. But, so if you want a bacon cheeseburger, if you want a Philly cheese, or just a head cheese sandwich, it doesn't matter to me.
Good old head cheese.
You tell me what you want,
Right.
We got it. If you want us to cook your flat iron steak for dinner, we can do that for you also, or your T-bone ribeye, but it just makes sure you give us enough time.
Yeah.
But give us a call at 573-346-6665.
Chris, what a pleasure, man.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
I really appreciate it.
You betcha. Folks, we're going to take a quick break. Coming back with more of What's Burnin' with me, KB, doing things all over the Lake of the Ozarks on Lake TV.
At SRG Financial, we reduce the uncertainty on your journey to financial independence. Our foundational approach revolves around two things: what matters most to our clients and the things that we can control. The things that matter most often revolve around family, occupation, and recreation. The things we can control are a panoramic approach to financial planning, a strategy that stays fluid and dynamic like your life, and a proprietary process, the mile marker formula. If you want to reduce the uncertainty on your journey, contact us today.
You want a dock that will withstand the wake from a million boats? Want a dock that's different from the usual dock? Then you want Ozark Barge and Dock in Gravois Mills. Ozark Barge and Dock, now celebrating 33 years of building the best dock on Lake of the Ozarks. And we guarantee every dock we build. So when it comes time to build your custom dock, trust the best and go with Ozark Barge and Dock, building the best dock at the lake for the last 33 years.
Looking for blinds, shades, shutters, drapes, or bedroom makeovers? On a budget? You need Budget Blinds in Laurie. Bring your ideas to us, or let our design consultants help you create the perfect look for your home. Because Budget Blinds is nationwide, our collective buying power enables us to search many major brands to bring you the blinds, shades, shutters, and drapes you want for less. Budget Blinds. Call us for a free consultation. Budget Blinds, the best in custom blinds and window coverings.
Your furry friends are more than pets, they're family. And at our veterinary, we understand that. With multiple locations, we can service your pets when and where you need it. Our team of professionals offers routine wellness, orthopedic care from broken bones to joint repair, and even emergency services. We are ready to welcome your pet to our family with medical or preventative care. With multiple convenient locations, our veterinary is the team providing exceptional care for your pet when and where you need it.
There's a new radio station at the lake, a radio station that's geared towards the community, a radio station where you can have a hand in what we do. Welcome to Key Radio, a community-based radio station that invites you to be a part of the solution. We encourage you to become a content creator. That's right, you provide the content. Listen in at 89.3 or online at keyradio.live. To find out more about becoming a content creator, call 573-280-0532.
A move to your dream home should be exciting, not a hassle. That's why you go with the experts at Sunrise Movers, where we do the hard work for you.
Hey, welcome back to What's Burning, and it's always great to have my next two guests here because, as we know, they're pretty much the life of the party. Mary Kay Von Brendel, Tom Abbott, and of course you know Tom from Iron Eagle Tactical, our responsible gun ownership series that we wrapped up last week. Got a lot of really great compliments on it, Tom. And thank you for your effort and the cause. No one was harmed in the filming of the series.
That's correct. That's the number one thing.
And that's what we were hoping for. Today we're going to talk Ozarks Amphitheater. And Ozarks Amphitheater, back again, 2022, another exciting year. Some concerts have already been put out there. You've talked about some of the great artists you got coming on. And I know a couple, 3, 4 of them that I want to see, but I don't want to do things out of order. So do you want to start, Mary Kay, maybe from the beginning, and we'll progress up to where you are as of right now?
Okay, well, he's better with the dates than I currently am, but I can tell you what our first one was, and our first announced.
I thought I'd give you the first crack at it.
Thank you, but it's not. I'm not going to have this in chronological order.
Okay.
So there we have it. So the first one that we announced, we're really excited because this is going to be a unique concert experience. We're going to have Tracy Lawrence and Clay Walker both on stage at the exact same time with a backup band. Right. And then also supporting them, we've got Tracy Bird, and then we also have local legend Jared Hicks.
Wow.
I know, that's going to be a fantastic show.
Camdenton's own Jared Hicks.
Clay Walker. Tracy Bird. Tracy Lawrence. And Jared Hicks.
Right.
All in one night.
It's an all-star lineup.
Exactly. Yeah. Tom thought just the first names would make a great law office.
Yes.
That would be Hicks, Bird, Walker, Lawrence, right?
Something like that.
Attorneys at law.
Yep.
And they play music once in a while.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, these guys have been around. They're established musicians, and they've all got a great following. And especially when you bring in a local boy that really kind of spices things up.
It did. You would imagine the activity that we got around just in the local area about that. Family members buying tickets, and Jared's doing some local shows here, and that just increased the attendance to that to see what he's all about. He's an incredible songwriter, and we went to preview him, and his voice has really become stronger over the years as well.
Yeah. That's what it takes: getting out there, getting on the road, learning what you can and can't do when you're out there touring and promoting yourself and your music and your band. So that's going to be a big one, and we've got some more big ones coming too.
Yeah, I'll go through them in chronological order.
Okay,
take it away.
I'm the one that keeps the calendar. Anytime bands are calling or we're trying to schedule, I keep a Google calendar of who's prospective for this date, and there's first holds, second holds. Sometimes we have 3 or 4 people that want to have the same date, and so we have to work through all of that. It's like a chess game. So our first show of the year is going to be May the 7th,
right?
And that is Breaking Benjamin. So that's awesome. Saturday, May 7th, Breaking Benjamin. Tickets are already on sale for that show. We are announcing next Tuesday a May 14th show.
Okay.
And that's a heavy classic rock show. You will want to put that on your calendar. May 14th, just circle it now. No matter who we announce, you'll want to be there. Then with May 18th, we have the Smashing Pumpkins are coming to Lake of the Ozarks, and that's on a Wednesday night, so that's going to draw in a lot of the locals. One of the things we realize is that not a lot of the local service industry people that love music get to come on Friday and Saturday night shows. So we've switched it up. We'll have some Wednesday night shows, Tuesday night shows, Sunday night shows this year. So that's a big change for us. Then we roll into the May 27th Tracy Lawrence and Clay Walker show, then with Tracy Bird and Jared Hicks. Working on a May 29th show right now. Hopefully that comes together. Then we roll into June 3rd, which is our rescheduled Willie Nelson show from last year. And that's selling extremely well. So there are a few tickets left for that one, but go get them now. We're going to announce a June 4th show. That's coming up next week as well.
Okay.
Then we roll to June 10th, which is Whiskey Myers, and that's on sale right now as well. And then we skip a few months as far as our announces right now, and we have the Black Crowes, one of your favorite bands, coming Saturday, August 20th.
Let's just hope the Robinson brothers can keep it together until they get here. Right. After they leave, it's
could be their last show ever on our stage.
That's why they broke up in the first place, folks. Anyway, lots of great acts and lots of great announces still to come. So, as always, Ozarks Amphitheater. You folks have got us on the edge of our seats just waiting to hear more about the great things you're going to do.
I did skip one. Yeah. Get the Lead Out, the Led Zeppelin experience.
Oh, yeah.
Celebrating the music of Led Zeppelin is going to be here July 31st, which is on a Sunday night. Again, helps bring out some of the locals. And that's a fundraiser that we're putting together because there's some... it's tied to cancer, and the hospital is redoing their cancer center and wanting to add on and do additions to it. So we're using that as a fundraiser for the Lake Regional Hospital new cancer facility.
That's awesome.
So tickets from every show. Part of the proceeds of every ticket sold will go to their nonprofit to help build that cancer center.
And that's what the folks at Ozarks Amphitheater have been involved in since day one, doing everything you possibly can to give back to the community that supports you. Gosh, you had a lot of fun promotions over the years. And this is certainly a great way. Again, you're going to see a great band. Get the Let Out. They are top-notch when it comes to Zeppelin tribute bands. And certainly giving to a facility here at the Lake of the Ozarks, it's very important to a lot of people. What they try to do, and that's been the goal of Lake Regional, I don't know, for years and years now, is rather than having to have people go to Kansas City, St. Louis, whatever, we want to keep them right here. Keeps down the travel time. It's a lot easier on somebody that may have to come with you, that they don't have to take a week off of work, maybe a day, maybe a few hours.
And as they explained it to us when we were in one of the meetings, is they're connected to MD Anderson in Houston. They're connected to the Mayo Clinic in Minneapolis.
Right.
So the doctors and the research is all done by the larger, well-known cancer hospitals.
Right on.
And then you can get the same treatment because they're working with those doctors and the researchers. You can get the same treatments here at the lake. You just don't have to travel to all of those, but they're in direct communication with all of the major cancer hospitals.
Well, that's certainly a big plus, and we appreciate the opportunity to have that sort of thing going on here where you, like I said, you get back to the local community. But if you thought that was all we were going to talk about, just concerts, wait a minute, this announcement that we're going to make right now could be even bigger, or as big, if not a little bit bigger, than some of the shows that are coming this year, because you're going to give folks a little break in the wallet.
Yeah, it affects the entire season.
There you go.
Okay, so we are no longer charging $10 cash to park at the Ozarks Amphitheater. One of the things it's going to do is help alleviate all of the traffic coming in, so you're not going to have those lines. And sometimes, people don't carry cash, and so that always runs into an issue trying to get into the venue.
Right.
So we've completely eliminated that.
Well, that's good news, and that's certainly great to hear for a lot of different reasons. But, that was probably a nice little chunk of change you guys were making there for a while.
Well, we needed it.
Yeah.
Last year we actually had a very good year, a profitable year. So at the end of the season, we said, what did we do right? What can we do better? And one of the things is obviously congestion of parking. Our concerts are growing in size. Instead of 1,500 people or 2,000 people, we're now averaging 3,000 to 3,500 people per show. We've got several shows that are in the 6,000 range. So we noticed that, we were backing traffic up on Highway 5. It's a process. You come in the main gate, got to stop, dig in your wallet, get out $10, and then roll on down, stop again to get directed to park. So now our Elks Club, who helps us park everything, we won't have that first stop, and we'll just be directing people and getting them parked. And the idea is to get them off the highway, get them out of their cars, get them in the venue, get in the merch lines, get your seats, get something to drink, something to eat, and enjoy the evening and not just be stuck in traffic.
And it makes your neighbors happy too.
Absolutely.
They can get in and out without a whole lot of problems as well.
Right.
So we've done away with a fee to park, but there are some other improvements that you've made as well. ADA improvements, which I think, again, are just going to add to the experience for a lot of people.
Yeah, those are other things that we looked at. It's like we have a lot of gravel parking lots.
Right.
This is Lake of the Ozarks, and we're built on gravel, built on rock primarily. So we're doing some paving projects in our ADA areas. We put in an ADA accessible ramp, so people with wheelchairs, walkers, hip replacements, knee replacements, anything that ambulatory issues, because we're all built kind of on a hillside. We realized that we were a little steep getting up in there, so we have put a 100-foot long ADA ramp to the left of our ticket booth that wheelchairs, walkers, scooters, rascals, any of that stuff can easily make it up and get to our main gate entrance and then just roll right on into the venue. So we wanted to make it easier. We're asphalting some parking areas right there and a drop-off area for those people to be able to, if they're coming in on a ramp and they can drop it out, get the wheelchair out right there, and then we'll send the driver on to park. So we want to make it more accessible there. And again, on the other side where we have more ADA parking and then our VIP entrance, we're paving that area there, so we'll be able to gain a couple of more parking spaces there for ADA, and then we're chip and sealing all the way out to the road. So we'll cut down on the dust, cut down on the gravel that people have to walk through and things like that. So each year we plan on making improvements into our parking area. That we love the venue, people love the venue, and they compliment us on the views, the sight lines, the acoustics, and it's just a fun venue to come to.
Yeah.
Parking is our number one thing that we need to improve.
Well, you got to start somewhere, and every little bit helps. Chipping away each and every year to the point where the whole place is paved. It's all paved. Everything's paved from one side to the other, and all points in between.
That would be on our bucket list.
Great shows, some improvements to parking, no fee to park this year, which is incredible. A lot of folks will really enjoy that. And so now all we really need to know is how can folks keep up, because you've got more major announcements coming up within the next week and down the road. We talk about tickets and things like that. Where do they need to go to get all that wonderful information?
Well, the safest place to go is directly to our website, and that website is ozarksamp.com.
Right.
And then also follow us on Facebook, because before every concert announcement, we're hosting a Guess Who's Coming to the Ozarks Amphitheater contest, and that gives them an opportunity to possibly win tickets to that concert.
Very nice. Always on top of things, always keeping folks in the know, helping out the community, which is certainly great. And, again, you've got some ticket outlets as far as Bridal Cave.
Bridal Cave, and also Split Arrow Boutique.
And
there's no ticketing fees there. So with every ticket, you're saving on an average
$10 to $12 at least on ticketing fees.
And then, with a lot of things that go on with people that are out there trying to make a fast buck and opportunists. You normally would tell folks if they want to obtain tickets to a show, best place to go is ozarksamp.com.
Please do. Yes.
Very good.
Yeah, there are a few horror stories. Just recently, we had a gentleman call up that paid $400 for $35 tickets.
Wow.
Yes.
And,
so, you know, that's a hard pill to swallow when you're a venue, that somebody else is taking your $35 tickets and selling them for $400.
Yeah, that's not good at all.
So we try to go to ozarksamp.com. It'll automatically take you to Ticketmaster site, which is our authorized ticketing outlet.
Right.
That's the only place to go. Don't Google the act. Don't Google the venue. Go to ozarksamp.com. Go to Bridal Cave. You can have those tickets in hand that
and
day.
there's no ticketing fees.
You can go to Split Arrow Boutique, and again, it'll save you $10 to $12 a ticket. That's one way that we can save the locals money, and patronize some of the businesses that help us.
Hey, great folks doing great things, providing lots of live entertainment and some great experiences. Tom Adamant, Mary Kay Von Brendel, Ozarks Amphitheater. Thanks, guys, for coming in. Appreciate it.
Thank you, KB.
See both of you. Looking forward to more of these great announcements. We're going to take a little break, and when we come back, there's more coming up. What's Burning right here on Lake TV.
Enjoying What's Burning with KB right here on Lake TV? Have questions, comments, or suggestions? Have an interesting story for KB to tell? Or maybe you want to be interviewed by KB on the show or are interested in sponsoring? All you have to do is reach out to KB at kb@mylaketv.com.
Most people don't know which direction they're heading when it comes to retirement. Whether they're still on the journey or already there, at SRG Financial we have a process, the mile marker formula, that helps you pursue your work optional lifestyle, so you can focus on what's most important to you, like your family or checking off those bucket list items. Start taking the first step toward finding your work optional lifestyle. Call us today at 573-302-7212.
You want a dock that will withstand the wake from a million boats? Want a dock that's different from the usual dock? Then you want Ozark Barge and Dock in Gravois Mills. Ozark Barge and Dock, now celebrating 33 years of building the best dock on Lake of the Ozarks. And we guarantee every dock we build. So when it comes time to build your custom dock, trust the best and go with Ozark Barge and Dock, building the best dock at the lake for the last 33 years.
Looking for blinds, shades, shutters, drapes, or bedroom makeovers? On a budget? You need Budget Blinds in Laurie. Bring your ideas to us, or let our design consultants help you create the perfect look for your home. Because Budget Blinds is nationwide, our collective buying power enables us to search many major brands to bring you the blinds, shades, shutters, and drapes you want for less. Budget Blinds. Call us for a free consultation. Budget Blinds, the best in custom blinds and window coverings.
Your furry friends are more than pets, they're family. And at our veterinary, we understand that. With multiple locations, we can service your pets when and where you need it. Our team of professionals offers routine wellness, orthopedic care from broken bones to joint repair, and even emergency services. We are ready to welcome your pet to our family with medical or preventative care. With multiple convenient locations, our veterinary is the team providing exceptional care for your pet when and where you need it.
Hey Jess. Yeah, Nicole, what do you need? Did you see that new listing in Sunrise Beach?
Yeah, it was just listed 2 minutes ago.
It has 150 feet of lakefront. And a brand new kitchen. I'm headed out there after I type this email. I'm on the phone with my clients. Hey, where are you going?
I already put an offer in, cash above list, and it's looking good.
Are you kidding me?
Gosh.
Want to get to know local leaders a lot better? Join Lake TV for a new community spotlight show weekdays at 9, 3, and 7. We talk with local leaders to get their story and learn more about their organizations. It's the Community Spotlight Show on Lake TV.
Hey, it's KB here with my furry friends, presented by the good folks at our veterinary at the lake. We are hanging out, as we always do, at Ozarks Cat and Canine with Mary Miami Tilly. And we've got a very special young lady that could use a home. I don't want to say she has special needs, but she's going to kind of let you know pretty much right up front where she stands with other animals. This is Cayenne, and Mary, tell us about Cayenne.
Well, I wouldn't exactly say special needs, but she does have a special requirement, and that is that she would need to be the only pet in the household. Cayenne is about 2 years old. She came to us with her litter of 4 kittens. And when they first came in, they were pretty scared, and they were hissy and growly, which is what we refer to as spicy. So that's how they got their names. So Mama's Cayenne, and her kids were chipotle and chili and habanero and jalapeno.
Right.
So we tried Cayenne after she got fixed and everything. We tried her in our adult cat room, and it just did not go well. She was instigating some issues, so we pulled her out of there, and she is in our lobby room where she can be by herself.
That's funny. An instigator. You don't really think of pets as being instigators. Maybe there's a certain word that comes before disturbers, but instigators. So, yeah, she needs kind of the whole place to herself. And, sometimes it's not a bad thing because you get somebody who's on that same level. All they want is one pet. All they need is one pet. And so she would fit in perfect with somebody who maybe is single or even a family where, there's some little kids maybe, and they could get to be very special friends with Cayenne. If
she's very loving with people.
She seems like it.
Loves to be a lap cat, loves to be held. As soon as you open the door to her room, she's right there on you.
She doesn't look like much of an instigator right now, does she? So, we're just trying to find her a good home as always with all these wonderful animals here at Ozarks Cat and Canine. Is she available for adoption right now?
She is available right now.
Okay.
And one thing that I do want to mention about her, so all of her boys have been spoken for. 2 of them have left. One's leaving in a day or 2. Her daughter Jalapeno is still available, as is she. And one of the adopters of one of her sons has paid her adoption fee and paid the adoption fee for her daughter.
How nice.
So someone will still have to go through the application process. They'll still have to be approved, but they won't have to pay anything for these 2.
We're going to show you some photos or some video rather of Jalapeno, and so you'll get a good look at Jalapeno. And of course, Cayenne here, who would like to rule the roost wherever she ends up. She will definitely make a good pet. Do you have any idea why cats are like that sometimes? Why some cats don't have an issue, don't have a problem being around other cats and interacting? Is it more of like a sibling type thing? Because is it a little tough to bring 2 cats from different backgrounds together? Or
sometimes it can be.
Right.
A lot of times it just depends on what they've been exposed to since they were little. Maybe if they've been outside and had to, fight for their food and things like that, then, they may not be fond of other cats. Not really sure what's going on with her, but
how is she with her children?
She was fine. She's been separated from them since she's been here because they were old enough to be weaned.
Right.
She was fine with them, when we did have her with them.
Okay.
So, I don't know if maybe somebody might be able to adopt her and her daughter together. That might be a possibility. We would have to kind of put the daughter in there with her and see how it went.
Well, regardless, she's ready for a new home, and seems like you might be a great candidate to adopt Cayenne, and all you have to do is call or come by or check out the great selection of cats as well as dogs, as they have those all online, and you could see who's available and who trips your trigger, and it's all good, and we hope that folks will take the time because I know Cayenne's been here for a while, for a little while,
a couple months.
Yeah. But look at that. I mean, who could say no to that face? and she's just as lovable as possible. And she knows you and the staff, but I think she would probably show that same affection to
she
whomever
does.
adopted her.
When somebody comes in wanting to look at cats, maybe they're just coming in to kill a little bit of time. And I always tell them, go in there with that one. She loves people, and she loves the attention.
Yeah, if you want to kill some time, come on by the shelter, easy to find right off of Highway 5. What's the phone number here, Mary?
573-374-2629.
Right, and the website?
OzarksCatandCanine.com.
Are you folks on Facebook?
We are.
Yeah, so I guess look up Ozarks Cat and Canine.
Mm-hmm. And then we also have a page for our thrift store, which is Ozarks Cat and Canine Thrift Store.
And they're still taking donations of food and litter and anything else that you'd like to bring by to help folks get through with their animals, their pets, during the colder months when folks can really use that kind of help.
Mm-hmm. And we are getting a little low on adult dog food right now.
Very good. Well, come on by, as Mary said, if you've got some free time. They'd love to let you mill around the shelter a little bit and see if you can't find that perfect pet for you and the family. We've got one right here. It's Cayenne. And our furry friends, KB's Furry Friends, presented by our veterinary at the lake. Stick around. We've got more coming up on Lake TV.
Enjoying What's Burning with KB right here on Lake TV? Have questions, comments, or suggestions? Have an interesting story for KB to tell? Or maybe you want to be interviewed by KB on the show or are interested in sponsoring? All you have to do is reach out to KB at kb@mylaketv.com.
Your furry friends are more than pets, they're family. And at our veterinary, we understand that. With multiple locations, we can service your pets when and where you need it. Our team of professionals offers routine wellness, orthopedic care from broken bones to joint repair, and even emergency services. We are ready to welcome your pet to our family with medical or preventative care. With multiple convenient locations, our veterinary is the team providing exceptional care for your pet when and where you need it.
Winter, spring, summer, or fall, Lake TV's got it all. We think it's hot stuff when things cool down. We spring into action when things start warming up. Of course, summer is one big, huge shootout on Lake TV. And we fall in love all over again when autumn rolls around. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, Lake TV's got it all. Moving to the lake is a lot of work, but not with Sunrise Movers, where we do the hard work for you. For packing up and delivering to your new home or simply loading and transferring your belongings, Sunrise Movers is the easy choice for your next move. Sunrise Movers packs your possessions extra carefully, shows up on time, and strives for 5-star customer service every time. Sunrise Movers, the official movers of Lake TV. Give us a call today to get a free estimate. Sunrise Movers, where we do the hard work for you.
It's our most protective wash yet. Introducing the Quick Car Ceramic Wash. It's an industrial-grade polymer solution with ceramic nanotechnology, resulting in high-end, advanced scientific protection of your vehicle's finish. The Quick Car Ceramic Wash. Try it on its own or with the monthly Unlimited Wash Club today. Quick Car. Quick, easy, and professional every time. In Jefferson City and Osage Beach.
Hey, as always, we had a great time putting together another exciting episode of What's Burning right here on Lake TV. If you've got ideas, suggestions, thoughts, go to kb@mylaketv.com and we'll be happy to check those out. Thanks to all the sponsors, our title sponsor, SRG Financial Advisors, Carrie and the folks at Budget Blinds, Ozark Barge and Dock, and our veterinary at the lake. The excitement keeps coming fast and furious. Next week, our good buddy Bill Mulder. We're going to be out at Lover's Leap as a part of On the Trail. Dodgeball tournament coming up. Furry Friends and more on What's Burning on Lake TV.